Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Broderick Brown. I'm a licensed attorney here in the great state of California. I've been an attorney for 16 years, and today I want to cover this Nirvana Kurt Cobain lawsuit, where the baby, who's now an adult, from the Nevermind album cover, is now suing Nirvana, Kurt Cobain estate, the record label, for child pornography. What's up, Brandon? Welcome back. Welcome back. And so let me share my screen. Let's go over the TMZ article on this and this lawsuit. I have some thoughts. Let me share this real quick. All right. So this is the subject picture, the album cover, and the name of this baby who's now an adult. His name is Spencer Eldon, and he's filing the lawsuit against Nirvana and Kurt Cobain. And essentially, his claims are that this was child pornography and that he was exploited, and that his parents never signed a release for this photo to be on the album. Now, this album came out in 1991, so he's probably 30, maybe 31 years old. And so over the years, he's done photos like this that commemorated the various anniversaries. So it's interesting that he's now filed a lawsuit. Now, my first question is a couple things. I have a couple questions, but my first question is, it would seem to me, and I'm not an expert in this area of law, but it would just seem to me that the statute of limitations has expired in this case, meaning you only have a couple of years, generally speaking, to file a lawsuit after you've been wronged. If you've been wronged as a minor, typically, at least in California, you have, depending on the wrong, you can have up to 2 years to file a lawsuit after you turn 18. For like sexual molestation type cases, the statute is a little longer than that. But this is a federal court case. It's in California, one of the district courts down in Southern California. And so I'm just not familiar with that area. But let's assume that Spencer is within the statute of limitations. The question then becomes, is this pornography or child pornography, or is there any exploitation going on here? In my opinion, and if you have an opinion, please share that in the comments. But in my opinion, I don't believe that this is child pornography, or he was exploited. When you factor in the numerous times that he's given interviews about this, he has Nevermind tattooed on his chest, like he's Tupac, like Tupac had Thug Life. It's hard to argue that he was exploited in this situation. Now, if it's true that his parents didn't sign a release, I would find that would be troubling. But that said, I don't believe this is pornography, and I don't know what the damages are. The damages meaning, like, how has he been harmed and how much are his harms and losses worth? And it's hard to claim that you've been harmed or traumatized when you've recreated that same photograph at least 2 times, and you've tattooed the name of the album on your chest. So I would need to see more information. California, we have what's called an anti-slap statute. And in essence, it allows the defendants to get out of cases involving protected speech very early in the case. So I'm interested to see if that motion is filed. But cases like this support my theory that anyone could sue anyone. Like if you wanted to sue LeBron James or Steph Curry, all you have to do is go down to the courthouse and pay the filing fee. Just because someone files a lawsuit doesn't mean that their lawsuit has any merit. And I'm not saying that this guy's case doesn't have merit, but I would need to hear from an expert or some sort of authority to explain to me why this was child exploitation and why this is pornography. I believe there's a Supreme Court justice that said in a decision, essentially, I know porn when I see it. You know, I just don't see this. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I don't think he has a chance, you know? I mean, it's just a money grab. The reality is that he'll probably get a settlement and it'll probably be a confidential settlement. He's not going to get much because he's going to have to point to areas in his life where he's been damaged. And the fact is that if I looked at that album, I would not be able to say that this is Spencer at 30 or 31, and this was Spencer at 3 months. And so most people who he encounters in his daily life would have no idea that he was the baby on that cover unless they see his tattoo, right? And so that's where, even if he wins, how much is it worth? Like, so if you think that he may win, how much is this case worth? If you were on the jury, what would you award him? But this is an interesting case, and I just thought that, and I always tell my potential clients and people that call me, like, yeah, if you wanted to file a lawsuit against your landlord, you can. No one's going to stop you. Just because you're able to pay the filing fee doesn't mean that your lawsuit has merit, and vice versa, you know? And so, but those are my thoughts. This is going to be a short video. Hopefully, I plan on trying to do one more and get on live a little bit later. I have another case I want to discuss, but, you know, what are your thoughts? Wait, let me ask you, Brendan, would you be able to recognize him as an adult if all you saw was his photo as a baby? Let me share my screen again. Like, I mean, cute baby, but there's no way I'm looking at this photo or seeing him in real life and be like, hey, that's the baby from Nevermind. You know, even if I saw his tattoo, I wouldn't probably put, you know, 1 and 2 together. So, you know, but those are my thoughts on this. Let me stop sharing. Please like and subscribe. This is a shorter video than I typically do. But if you want me to review any more cases, share it in the comments. Thank you so much if you got this far on the video. Salute. Thank you, Brandon.